Hotep. Peace and love, family. Peace and love, family.
Hotep.
Hotep.
What's
Welcome
up?
to our Teachings of Ma'at, Stepping Out of the Matrix book study. I am Arcad Infinite, and we like to start out every study with our affirmation. Welcome, good brothers. If you could put up the affirmation scribe, we'll start out our book study with our affirmation. Welcome, everybody. Peace and love, everybody. On the count of three. Unki Ma'at. In
Mhm.
S, Nintet Aset Imaya, Men Hapapet Imaya, Her in Kukui, Per Iku. I live for Ma'at, I exist within her, I do not speak in the place of Ma'at. Every day I advance towards Ma'at. My being is surrounded in darkness, I come forth as conscious light. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Welcome to our Stepping Out of the Matrix book study by Tahuti Amenhotep Ra. I am Arcad Infinite, and I'm going to introduce the panel up here. First, we have the good brother Ahati Ma'at. Ahati Ma'at was taught under the great Tahuti Amenhotep Ra. He has been a serious student and teacher of Kemetic culture and history for several years. He has written multiple books, including a textbook called Journey to Your Soul series, essays, and articles. Furthermore, he hosts in person and online classes, weekly podcasts, and periodically creates documentaries. He also has experience in public speaking and academic debating. He is responsible for the creation of this weekly book study. That's good brother Hati Mahat. Next, we have the architect, our good brother Scribe. Lamar the Scribe Owens is a writer, poet, spoken word artist, audio producer and engineer, healer, spiritual advisor, consultant, and business creator. He is a master student of the Natiru, a true follower and protector of Ma'at, a scribe of Tahuti and Ma'at. He studies under the master teacher Saba Tahuti Amenhotep Ra. For the scribe, quality always outweighs quantity. He enjoys observing reality and incorporating these observations into his writings and creations to assisting in awakening dormant DNA and reversing of negative hypnosis. Next, we have Art, AJ, the good brother known, the netter formerly known as AJ. AJ specializes in training and educating youth workers, counselors, and educators about arts, culture, and history. He travels the world to experience how people live, and he shares it with everyone who is interested in learning from the research he has witnessed. AJ has a master's degree in entertainment and business management, media business, and has been working in the music industry and nonprofit organizations, providing program planning and promoting concerts and community events in Madison for over 30 years. During that time, he has facilitated the following innovative after school programs for Madison School Community Recreation, including Hip Hop 101, Music Production 101, and MP4 music programs for youth. He is the secretary of the teachings of Ma'at. Next, we have Tahuti Mos. Tahuti Mos is humbled at the opportunity to be at home in Ma'at with the guidance of Tahuti Amenhotep Ra, the Saba Saba. His quest for the truth, as he calls it, has brought him to the facts. In this experience, he has learned and will continue to teach that everyone has the truth, but it is the facts in which the foundation of anything one bases a decision upon should rest. This statement has increased his ability to find his place in the cosmos, and that place is here with you as a student of Ma'at. His journey continues to be an interesting and exciting experience. It began in the truths of Catholicism, Christianity, and Judaism. Realizing that these truths still left him with many unanswered questions and even more confused, he continued his quest and found the facts in Ma'at through the teachings of Saba Tahuti Amenhotep Ra. He is home, Tua, to the ancestors. His interest is first in his family and second in manipulating this matrix to his will. The rest is commentary. He is an ambassador of the teachings of Ma'at and hosts a weekly YouTube study group. Other interests include health and healing, investment vehicles, and teaching of the facts of this wonderful existence. In closing, he is very excited to be on this journey with you to bring peace to this world through Ma'at. As students of Ma'at, we will continue to grow and learn together and be the best versions of ourselves. on this earth as representatives of our ancestors, Hotep Ma'at. Last but not least, I am RCAT Infinite. I'm the chairman of the organization, Teachings of Ma'at. I'm a master student of the great teacher Tahuti Amenhotep Ra. I'm the host of this study group, and I'm a true-hearted follower of truth based on ancestral artifacts over religious opinion. And I'm a lover of my people unconditionally and dedicated to Kemet and learning the metal netta and loyal to Ma'at at all times. Today's topic is mere thought, gentlemen. Mere thought. I am hosting and I'm going to be presenting today. If anybody wants to jump on and add before I set up, you brothers can jump right on and add while I get my screen together.
All right, Hotep Ma'at to the chat. Peace to everyone here. Love to the panel. Before we get started, I want to make a couple announcements. I want to give a couple shout outs to some consistent donators. So let's start with the great brother Nito Campbell with a $23 donation. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hotep Ma'at to you. We really, really appreciate your support. You know, you support us every single week, and we're super grateful for you, my brother. And matter of fact, we have two from this great brother. Here's the second one, $14. Thank you. To you, Nito Campbell. You are amazing. Thank you, Nito Campbell. And then we have one more for the good brother, Artistman Hawk. Horns and bombs for you, $35 donation. Tua, my great brother. We appreciate you, and we appreciate everyone who takes the time and to support our movement, our organization, to help us grow and help us build. So it's always it's always much appreciated. So thank you to all the donators, and Hotep Ma'at to you all. So yes, that's all I needed to announce. And any one of you other brothers would like to speak, that'd be great.
If not, I'll share my screen and begin presenting.
All right.
Brothers don't mind. Let's see. My screen sharing.
Yes, sir, it is.
All right. Can you brothers see this?
Yes.
Should see. Okay, this should be right where brother AJ left off yesterday. Last week. By the way, that was a great presentation last week, AJ. I'm gonna see if I can follow it up, brother. You brothers be patient with me. I'm gonna start reading from, I think AJ left off about right up here. So I'm gonna start right here. We'll go right here. We'll start right here, page 26. So these we'll start right here. These were and are the people who called themselves human, who were opposite to the gods according to history, which is why they have called us black and them white, and say in their dictionaries that the opposite of black is white. You go to wikipedia.com under the word black. Black can be defined as the visual impression experienced in directions from which no visible light reaches the eye. This makes a contrast with whiteness. A secondary reason is that stains are most visible as dark additions to pale materials. In traditional in traditional class-based Western cultures, pale skin indicated genteel domestic or intellectual indoor work as opposed to rough outdoor labor in the fields. Aspects of this black and white opposition are not unique to the West. So it says, all right, let me read this again. A secondary reason is that stains are most visible as dark additions to pale materials. In traditional class-based Western cultures, pale skin indicated genteel domestic or intellectual indoor work as opposed to rough outdoor labor in the fields. Aspects of this black and white opposition are not unique to the West. Remember that. Remember that. In arguments, things can be black and white, meaning that the issue at hand is dichotomized. However, this dualism is fraught with danger, as one may assign the colors black and white to bad and good, respectively. Also, few arguments have only two opposing sides. Under Wikipedia.com, under white, Wikipedia.com under white, white. In general, since white is opposite of black, it is often used with positive connotation. Many negative expressions with black have an equivalent positive expression with white. For example, white hat describes a person who is ethically opposed to the abuse of computer systems, in contrast with black hat. White has also many other meanings. Yeah, like black hat, black cat, white cat. Now ask yourself this question: am I black and are Caucasians white? The answer is no. Your skin is brown and Caucasian skin is pink due to a lack of melanin. If this is the case, why did they call us black and themselves white? The answer is quite simply because they knew that they were opposite of us, as their dictionary so plainly puts it. You look at the etymology dictionary, probably related to homo, man, humus, earth, on notion of earthly beings as opposed to the gods. In the etymology dictionary, the word human means opposed to the gods. Now, back to the you, the gods and the steps you will be making to break out of the matrix, the power of mere thought. Understanding that you are the God in which every religion and theological philosophy is based on is not a light responsibility. This book will clearly show and explain historically, scientifically, and religiously that you are that God in whom brings things to with mere thought and ritual. Mere thought. What is mere thought? Mere is pure black light. Mere. Unmixed from OF mere, pure entire from El Miris, unmixed, pure bare, used of wine, probably originally clear bright from Proto-Indo-European myrrh to gleam, glimmer, sparkle, to purify, not clear, ray beam, to gleam, glimmer. We see mere means pure and at the same time means ray and also to gleam. Now, due to conditioning, as soon as we see these words, we think of white. But in reality, original light is black. The term black is, in actuality, where the word white came from, because little do you know, the word black contains the word white within it. Let's take a look. Black. OE, black. Black from P. Duramic black. Blaken, to burn, from Proto-Indo-European bleg, to burn, to gleam. Phlegm, no, I'm not saying that word right. Scorch, to blaze, glow. Same root produced black, white, bright. Bleach, the common notion being lack of hue. The word for black was swarth. It is often doubtful whether black means black, dark, or pale, colorless, wan, livid, an adjective used of dark-skinned people in OE. The noun in this sense is first attested to in 1625. Blackamoor is from 1547. See more. And there's a picture of a Moorish sultan ruler. This is extremely deep. Black is the creator and pure source of light, which is why within this definition it states dark-skinned people were called blackamoor. The word Moor is the same as mere, meaning pure black, which is the source of all existence. This is why in cartoons, when someone has a singular thought, you see a light bulb, which represents a spark in the mass darkness of balance. This area of the brain where mere thought enters the physical realm is called the SMA area of the brain, where synaptic activity precedes muscular movement by nearly a full second. This activity is called readiness potential. What this means is that what we call thought exists first as darkness, then becomes light. Once the brain connects with that realm of darkness that we call Akasha, our mind can take and connect to thoughts within this realm and make it a reality within the physical plane of existence. This is a way of connecting with all. The very first recorded records of the reality of connection with all were written by Tahuti, the Egyptian god of wisdom and writing, which all deals with thought, which is where the word thought actually comes from, Thoth. That is one of your greatest ancestors' names, the god of the wise thoughts. For that beautiful picture. Tahuti. Tahuti is the ancient Egyptian deity of wisdom and knowledge, hence, an appropriate patron for this enterprise. He is often portrayed with the head of an ibis or in the form of a baboon. In the Egyptian stories of the gods, Tahuti often plays the part of diplomat or reconciler. His cult center, Kamennu, Hermopolis, had its own cosmogony in which Tahuti brought forth the cosmos through the power of his voice. Tahuti was therefore also the god of magic, because for the Egyptians, magic required the magician to be true of voice. The Greeks equated him with Hermes, who sometimes had the epithet Trismegistus. Thus, when you put these terms together, mere, pure blackness, and Thoth, the Egyptian god, we get mere thought. All right, I'm going to start right there, page 32. Am I still sharing my screen, family?
No.
I'm not? Okay. Give me a second. Mere thought. Let me load up. I appreciate y'all patience with me, guys. It's my first time
You're
pulling
doing
up.
excellent, brother.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, brothers.
Yeah, we're starting to get deeper and deeper.
Oh boy. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see. Go to share my screen. Yes. My screen sharing, guys.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Screen
There we go.
sharing. Okay, can you guys see?
Yes.
You guys see my screen? Does it say
Yes.
human?
Yes.
Does it say human family? Y'all can see it?
Yes, sir. You're good to go.
Okay. So let me just give a shout out real quick to good brother Scribe. So this is my first time doing a presentation, and he showed me how to use the app or whatever it's called, Canva. So I put together a little breakdown. Y'all know Tahuti is my teacher. I'm following behind the great Ahati Ma'at and all you other good brothers that came before me with them great presentations. So just that's what we got, brothers. So if we go to the etymology dictionary, like it said in the reading that we just did, human is an adjective, right? And if we go, we can look where it says literally earthling, earthling being, as opposed to the gods. It literally says that. Proto Indo European, as opposed to the gods. Y'all see that? As opposed to the gods.
Yes, we do.
If we scroll down here, I don't know if that's big enough, and we can see from Wikipedia, right there it says, black is a color which results in the absence or complete absorption of visible light. It is Q gray. Boom, right here. Black and white have often been used to describe opposites, such as good and evil. Now we know that they're not opposite, but yet it says they've been used to. Black and white have often been used to describe opposites, such as good and evil. And if we go down to the etymology of black, again, the etymology of black, the word comes from Proto-Germanic to burn, to gleam, flash, to shine. You guys see that? Right there. Etymology of the word black means to burn, to gleam, to shine, a flash. Then we go down right here. It says under the word ancient, for the ancient Egyptians, black had positive associations, being the color of fertility and the rich black soil that flooded the Nile. You see that? So back in the days, the Cometians thought the word black was it was a positive word, not a negative word. Right here has the definition of white. In Wikipedia, right here, it says white is the lightest color, blah blah. I'm not gonna read all that. We're gonna go down here. Here we go, right here. According to surveys in Europe and the United States, white is the color most often associated with perfection, the good, honesty, cleanliness, the beginning, the new neutrality, and exactitude. You hear that? The beginning. Now, we just read where thought is the beginning. We just read that. But white is associated with the beginning. Y'all see how the matrix is? You guys see that? Then let's see if we scroll down. Let's see. We go back to my screen is not back to the book. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys see where it says the opposite of as opposed to the gods. You see that etymology, as opposed to the gods, the word human. That's exactly what that word means. Let me go back to my screen. Am I sharing, family? My screen sharing?
No, you stop sharing.
Not yet.
I'm getting the hang of this, guys. I'm getting the hang of it.
No problem, brother. We're on your time.
I appreciate y'all patience. Let's see. Go to Is it showing?
Yep, you're up.
So right here it says, if you remember in the reading from Wikipedia, the SMA area of the brain, where thought originates from. The supplementary motor area, SMA, is a part of the cerebral cortex of primates that contributes to the control of movement. It is located on the midline surface of the hemisphere just in front of the anterior to the primary motor cortex leg presentation. Blah, blah, blah. Neurons in the SMA project, neurons in the SMA project directly to the spinal cord and may play a role in the direct control of movement. You see that? Neurons in the SMA area direct to the spinal cord may play a role in the direct control of movement. And then it says the control of movements that are internally generated rather than triggered by sensory events. So that's what the book was talking about. The control of movements that are internally generated rather than are triggered by sensory events. So that is the black thought. And then if you go down here to the American Psychological Associations for readiness potential, readiness potential is an electrical brain potential that precedes volitional muscular movement. It is detectable some 500 to 600 milliseconds before motions occur. Did y'all see that? What Tahuti put in the book? That thought precedes movement, precedes action, that the thought precedes that. And if you go down here to the definition of thought, thought is an individual act or product of thinking, a developed intention or plan, something such as an opinion or belief in the mind. There we go, conception, conception. Conception, right up here, if we go to Webster's dictionary, y'all know why I got that baboon there, if you guys know. Everybody was in the class if y'all was paying attention. Definition of conception is the process of becoming pregnant involving fertilization. Remember how the Cometians how we knew that black was associated with fertilization and the beginning. You see that conception, the beginning. And then it says the originating of something in the mind is conception. And then if we go down to where those records are held, the Akashic record in occultism is the compendium of pictorial records or memories of all events, actions, thoughts, and feelings that have occurred since the beginning of time. The term thought and thinking refers to a wide variety of psychological activities. In their most common sense, they are understood as conscious processes that can happen independently of sensory stimulation. You see that, guys? So thought doesn't even need external stimulation. Unconscious thought. Unconscious thought. Conscious thought is the paradigmatic form of thinking that is often the focus of the corresponding research. But it has been argued that some forms of thought also happen on an unconscious level. Unconscious thought is thought that happens in the background without being experienced. Did y'all hear that? Unconscious thought is thought that happens in the background without being experienced. I'm going to go down here. It has been argued that conscious and unconscious thoughts differ not just in concerning their relation to experience, but also concerning their capabilities. According to unconscious thought theorists, for example, conscious thought excels at simple problems with few variables, but is outperformed by unconscious thought when complex problems with many variables are involved. You brothers hear that? Conscious thought excels at simple problems with few variables, but it is outperformed by unconscious thought when complex problems with many variables are involved. Brothers, everybody in the chat, are y'all listening to this? I need everybody in the chat to Google this. Can you see? Can y'all brothers see that? Can I be heard?
Yes, you're seen and heard.
Can y'all see this? Can y'all see that
Yes.
Yes.
number?
Yes.
I need people to Google that and put that in the chat and let me know when it's there. You brothers read it when it's in the chat. You brothers let me know when you see what's in the chat. Anybody yet? We're gonna have some fun, guys. We're gonna have some fun.
Not yet, brother. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Scribe, some Scribe put something in the chat.
Try what you put, brother. Let's see.
I typed in what you put, and let's see. I googled it real quick, and this is what came up: melanin.
Oh, ding, 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 ding. Melanin. Wow. Wow. So you guys see right here, you family, you can see this right here. So this number, this letters and numbers, this group of numbers, you don't even have to type in melanin. Type in CAS 8049-97-6. And this is what's going to come up. Melanin. Melanin is what's going to come up. And if you can see right here, it says melanin right here. You go to the very first lab. It says melanin, CAS 8049-97-6. Melanin. Melanin consists of polymers of tyrosines, derivatives causing darkness in skin. Can y'all see that right here? Causes darkness in skin. So the very thing that makes us dark, that gives us our pigment, our dark hue, is for sale. Is that what that is? Is that what I'm seeing right here?
Uh oh.
Is that what I see? Hold on, family. Hold on. Give me a second here. Give me a second.
You stopped sharing
Am I,
your screen, by the way.
okay, hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Am I sharing? I'm sharing, family.
You are back up.
What do you see? What do you guys see on here?
We see the price for gold. Now we see
Oh,
melanin.
price of gold. Wow.
Yep.
The price of gold. Oh, wow. I mean, hey, well, since we're here, we might as well look. So, what does it say? The price of gold is today is 55 a gram, right? Wow, that's interesting. What is this? Hold on. Wait, what is this? The price of melanin is how much a gram? 294. Am I seeing this? Is this right? Wait, hold on, brothers. Tell me. Wait,
Can,
hold on.
man,
Wait, so the
zoom in
price
on
of
that.
gold right here is $55 a gram. Am I seeing that correct? $55 a gram for the price of gold. And melanin, one glass vial, 1 gram, $294.
Let's
Two
see.
hundred and
What's
ninety-four dollars for
that's
melanin, and gold
that
is
date?
55. Huh?
Okay. I said that date. What was that date? On
That's
the
today,
on the. Yeah, that's today, October
bro.
9th.
Good
Yeah,
goobity goo.
that's
Oh
today,
man.
bro. That's today, brother. So, um, in closing, I just want to say how important it is to, if you brothers could see that that's the same thing. Am I still sharing my screen?
Yes, you're up.
That's
Yes.
the same thing that gives us our. Why is that so important? Why is the melanin being sold? Right? That's the thing that gives us our dark pigment, and that's the thing that they're selling it. So this it goes to show you how important this book is, and just learning about our darkness and our hue, and the thing that makes us who we are. Because there's a difference, everybody. I'm gonna end my presentation now, and I'm gonna make room for some questions because I know I've been going for a long time. But that's just a question. That's just a thought. Why is melanin being sold? Number one, and why is it more than gold? Why is it worth more than gold? Is that true? And you guys do your own research and look this up and get back with me. Let us know. But I'm gonna open the floor up for you brothers.
Peace, peace. Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
Yo, thank you for that, Arcad. I had a thought enter my mind some time ago, and I never shared this with anybody. But what we've been learning from Saba Tahuti and what you shared tonight, who is really light skinned? We are light skinned. We are our goal and what the Pert M. Haru taught teaches us is to become light conscious beings. And in the stepping out of matrix, it breaks down that we are the light. The blackness, the darkness is the light. So does that make us light skinned? I think it does.
Yes, brother. Yes. Yes. It definitely does. Amazing. Yeah, brothers. I appreciate y'all patience, taking your time and being patient with me because I'm learning how to use that program. It's an excellent program too. And I just want to tell everybody in the chat, guys, it was my first time, right? So don't be scared. Come join us, support us, and come learn with us because as you can see, I know um, it wasn't the best presentation. I'm still learning. But I invite everyone to come out and learn with us. When the brother asked me to do it, I didn't want to tell him that I didn't know how to do it, even though I didn't know how to do it, but I didn't want to share what I didn't know how to do when I was willing to learn and do it and come forward. So I encourage all you brothers and sisters out there, to come learn with us, come study with us, and step out the matrix with us. I know you all here because of Tahuti. So, I am a student of Tahuti just like these brothers here. And I encourage you to just come out here and learn with us. And, you know, and I appreciate y'all being patient with me for my presentation. I appreciate you, brothers. Love you, brothers.
Shout out to you, Arcad, for that presentation. Not only are we learning together, we're building community. We're learning how to be family the right way. That's what's important, right? We are learning, but just as important as learning the knowledge is us being connected to each other and building community and caring about each other, caring how we think, caring how we live, caring how we interact with each other is what's important as well. So I'll be quiet. I just wanted to share that.
Tahuti Most, good brother. What'd you think of the presentation?
Man, you on fire like Mariah, baby. Good presentation. On fire like Mariah. That's all I gotta say, man. I really learned a lot. Kind of took me back to my Star Wars. How many of you in the chat love some Star Wars? It took me back to Star Wars where, Luke Skywalker's plane was down. And Yoda came out there and told him to take the plane, lift it up out of that pond. Y'all remember that part? How many remember that part of Star Wars? Luke, he came with that bad mindset like he couldn't do it. Then Yoda, that little old, munchkin of a man, lifted that big old jet engine plane out of that pond. And it just shows you the power of your mind. And so I'm gonna leave it like that because we some Jedi up in here, and not the ones from Star Wars either. We the original Jedi. Look at scribe like that one. We the original Jedi, baby, for real.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's something about us that they know that we don't know. What is it about us that everybody else knows that we don't know about ourselves? That how valuable we are. And we're not conscious of it. But thanks to Tahuti and Ahati, we are stepping out of the matrix. So little by little, we're gonna get there. May the ancestors be proud.
Hotep, my eye arcade. That was an excellent, excellent presentation. I felt like I was on a roller coaster ride. You start off going up the hill, and right there at the end, you took us over. That was excellent. Yeah, yeah. Everything is definitely in reverse. In this time, I mean everything. You know, it's hard to conceptualize. Everything is, but you break things down one by one, you realize everything is in reverse. You know, black is white, white is black, black is light, white is dark. It's all definitely, you know, backwards. That's why, you know, in the affirmation that Tahuti gave us, you know, he says we surround ourselves in darkness and we come forth as conscious light. You know, and that's one of the reasons why they program us to be afraid of the dark. You know, from children. You know, if you're afraid of the dark, how can you can't create? You know, you don't realize you're a light being. You don't realize that the darkness, I mean, that's that's how you create. Whenever you go to sleep at night, you close your eyes, you're in darkness. And then from that comes the light of what we call dreams. You know, so you know, I know that's one of the main things I had to start reprogram myself at a young age, is to get rid of that. You know, because I started to learn that, okay, well, everything we see around makes us afraid of the dark. You know, be scared of it. Everything's scary. Everything scary is dark all the time. Everything you see scary or they put out there as fear based. It's always in darkness. You know, and that's definitely conscious. You know, that's none of that's by coincidence at all. You know, it's definitely on purpose. And you definitely took us deep into the darkness right there. You took us deep into the abyss. You know, I like how you brought out and showed as well that you already have the thought in your head before you even think about it, before you even have an action to move. You already have the thought in your brain. You know, if you sit around and think about that for too long, it might, you know, make it go a little crazy. That's how deep that is. That's very deep. You know, so you took us deep into the darkness right there, my brother, deep into the abyss. You know, I definitely appreciate that. You did an excellent job. You know, so horns for you, my brother. That was excellent. Bombs and applause. That was awesome.
Teaching me, brother. Thank you for teaching me, motivating me. All you brothers motivating me. Just to tell everybody in the chat, I was supposed to present first, but I was nervous. I didn't know what I was doing, so the brothers volunteered to go first. So this I finally had my turn, and I was real. I was nervous, but I appreciate the love and the support from all you brothers out there on the panel and everybody in the chat room. I appreciate your support. I really do.
You see that Tahuti Most comment?
AJ,
Yeah. Real quick, I'm gonna go back to the Star Wars movie because I want y'all to see this. Can anybody tell me what color was Yoda? What was his color? What was his color in the chat? And then what color was Luke Skywalker? I'm gonna leave it at that. But I'm gonna just tell you, don't mess with them green people, man. Don't mess with us. Don't mess with the green people. The green man could do it, but the white man couldn't. And the white man was sitting in awe of the green man, of the little green man. All right, you see where I'm going with this, and let me take it even deeper. Steven Spielberg, who came up with this Star Wars stuff, is married to a melanated sister. I'm gonna leave it like that, and he's been studying Kemet for a very long time. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm telling you, man, this is, and they put it out there for us, but we gotta be out of the matrix. Like, get the book, get Saba's book, Stepping Out of the Matrix, so you can see all this stuff, and then the movies are real. Because I'm telling you, as a live witness, I've been in Judaism for about 10 years, and I've never seen the manifestations on the level that I'm seeing now. And it's just like Brother AJ described, but Arcad, he is just like Arcad described. I'm visualizing things, I'm thinking about things in my thought, and they're happening in real time. I'm not dreaming anything. They're happening in real time, just like I'm seeing them during the day. So this stuff is real. This is never. I spent many years, like I was telling my master teacher Ahati, on Mount Nebo, knees and elbow, praying and I'm meditating and nothing happening. But when I began to put in the cultural, my ancestral cultural way of life and way of living, my art, I'm seeing things happen like this now, just like this in real time. So I would encourage you all just to continue on in your journey and continue to connect and embrace your true heritage. And you'll see, just like in his lecture, just like in his teaching that he gave us, that you'll be able to operate in your mind and things will manifest to you the same day. Right, now, Sean? All right, I'm gonna get off the mic. It's not my thing, but I love you, brothers.
Good.
Love you
Good
too,
brother.
brother. Love you too.
Yep.
Um,
Hey,
I
Ahati,
always knew
real
you
quick
had it. Oh,
before you
go ahead.
start, I just want to drop one little quick fact.
Sure.
Since he was talking about Yoda, if you notice about Yoda, how does he speak? He always speaks in reverse. And we learned in the MetaNetter class, MetaNetter Mondays. If you aren't in there, ask us how to get in there. You need to get in MetaNetter Mondays. In the ancient times of MetaNetter, we actually did speak in reverse. So instead of saying I am going to the store, we would say to the store I am going. The same way that Yoda speaks, and I just want to drop that fact so they know our teachings better than us. So we need to get on it. That's all I need to say. Peace, Ahati.
Peace, peace.
Good point. Good point, Scribe.
So, the great Arcad Infinite. I knew you had it in you. That's why you're up here on the panel with us, brother. And you don't have to be apologetic anymore for you. Because I see something in you that maybe nobody else sees. And you are very powerful. You are very strong. And any brother that's willing to sacrifice is has my respect. So I'm very impressed with how you put the presentation together. Again, all you brothers are impressing me because it reminds me of when I was starting out with Tahuti, and he was just feeding me baby spoons of the knowledge. And that's what you brothers are feeding the public now. So everybody's in sync. So there's a lot of synchronicity going on. Like Tahutimo said, that's exactly what will happen to your mind in your physical experience here on Earth is when you start to believe the knowledge that Arcad is teaching and AJ and Tahutimo's, the scribe and myself and Saba, you will start to see these synchronicities lining up in your life. And then the Heka, or what's being called magic, will start producing. The magic starts in the darkness, as it was taught today. So that tells me I can be anything I want and do anything I want. The only thing that's limiting me is the Tamahu mindset, the mindset that I grew up in, the mindset that I obeyed for a very long time. I don't obey that mindset anymore. And I ask these brothers all the time, just do something little, don't obey it either. We have no obedience to these people at all. Because if everybody was doing what we're teaching, there'd be no need for a monetary system. And that's the greatest magic of all that's being played out. Arcad, I look forward to your future teachings. I know as the months and years go by, this brother's teachings will be very, very powerful. People will be recording them. There'll be MP3s of Arcad Infinite. This is what I'm seeing. Like you said, this originally is not who you were, but this is what happens when we come into contact with the teachings of Ma'at through Tahuti Amenhotep Ra. We become the people that we truly are. We gain the respect and the knowledge that we always wished for. But without all the conjecture and the in-betweens and the false narratives and the ego, we finally get right to the raw roots of what we've been looking for our entire life, and then we can implement it into our own life now. So this very teaching that Arcad did today pertains to me especially because this is what I wanted since I was a little boy. This is what I wanted. I wanted to have the respect of black men who don't argue amongst each other, who don't do the mama crack jokes and all that stuff, who don't squabble up, who don't squabble up with one another, who can be refined, sit back, be articulate like Arcad Infinite, and get their point across in a calm manner. This is what I've wanted since I've been a little boy. And the only thing that could get me there is through the change of the frequency that's produced out of this very same darkness that's really light, because that's what light is, as Arcad taught. So once we begin to learn all this, there's really nothing to fear anymore. Even though the fear is still inside of me, I still have things I have to work on too. But that's one of the great things about the ancestors is they gave us a blueprint to remove that fear out of us so that when we do find transition out of the physical, it should be a relatively smooth journey because we know what to look out for. I liken it to this. Sometimes I take the train in Los Angeles late at night, and there's a bunch of drug addicts, druggies, alcoholics, people out of their mind, and it could be very fearful to some. But I look at that as a netter kurt. I look at that as a netter kurt, and to the people that is new, that is what's called the underworld now. So in the underworld, there was all types of beings that were could bring fear to you, that could try to kill you. And this is what Ani went through in the Papyrus of Ani. And I liken my physical life now to the actual physical reality that the material experiences in their stories. So that train ride is me going through the Netter Kurt. And as long as I keep my frequency aligned with Tahuti, which is 72, as long as I keep it aligned, even if there's a confrontation that comes, I'm calm enough now to handle it. Where even if it may come to physical violence, I'm not fearful of the repercussions or what may happen. And usually it never comes to that because I'm the one that's in control of the vibrational frequency, not those around me. So I do that, and that's how our ancestors lived. Our ancestors lived just like the stories were taught to them prior to their physical existence. And that's how eventually all of us here will live once again. And life will become a lot easier, and after that, we are able to build and become a very strong nation again. That's what these brothers are up here for, too. We're not up here to do this for popularity or votes or to win your affections. We're doing this because we want to help Tahuti Moses' children. We're doing this exclusively for the children, for the next generation, so they don't have to do all this. They'll already be born into this knowledge. That's what these brothers are dedicated to. That's what these brothers are doing. And if there's anybody out there, and I know there's some out there, I know there's some out there that are hiding, that don't show their face, we welcome you onto the panel. You have nothing to fear. None of these brothers up here, including myself, will attack you, will assassinate your character. Even if you're wrong, we'll give you a chance. We'll give you a chance to share what you got to share. And if there's correction needed, we'll give it. But we won't yell, we won't scream, we won't do any of that. And if you feel compelled even further, because Kemet was built on reciprocity, which means it's a give and take relationship. We give the knowledge, you give back something in return. And it always doesn't have to be finances. I want to thank Needle Campbell and the other brother or sister that donated, but we're also looking for service. We're looking for anything you can do to provide for your people, because at the core, it goes back to what was explained today with the darkness, which is the light, which is the Ka, which is the energy. So it's not so much as what you're giving, it's the energy that you're producing, that you're giving out. And taking energy is a very negative energy. And we do that very well with our people. And so now we need to reverse that to turn into something positive for our people. And like Tahuti Mo says, and I love it in his introduction, that he says something about taking from the matrix. That's all you should be concerned with taking from, is from the matrix and not from your sisters and brothers. So excellent presentation. And you can open the floor. If anybody else wants to say something first, go ahead.
I appreciate it. Thank you too, our brother. Thank you for those beautiful kind words. We'll open the floor for anybody in the chat. Subscribe if you want to post the link. If anybody want to come on the panel and share. We appreciate your support.
Yes, the link is posted. It's pinned to the top. So,
Come on, show
anybody
you
who wants to,
with us.
yes, join us.
Peace to Starfeather. Peace to Starfeather. I see your comments, brother.
Peace and love to the commenter, Shannon Southard in the comment. E-Manifesto, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Cash Peden. Shout out to Cash Peden in the comments. Appreciate you, brother's support. Sisters. Shout out to Starfeather. Starfeather in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Don't be scared. Jump on. Come join us on the chat. Come join our movement.
If Giovanni Edigabola, I'm sorry if I butchered your last name, but if Giovanni's here, you asked a great question. Are you guys spiritual people? You can come on the panel and ask that. If not, one of these brothers here will address that. Are we spiritual people, guys?
Shout out to Meshach. Shout out to Meshach. I see Meshach in the chat. Everybody that's in the chat, shout out to you. Peace and love to you, family. Don't be scared. Come show your face. Come get on the camera and come give your comments. We appreciate your comments.
E Manifesto, come on, brother. Come
Don't,
on. Show face.
don't
Conscious
be shy.
Conqueror. Show face. Meshach. Meshach is a Meta Netter Monday, brother. You're always welcome.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. No one's gonna join. We appreciate your support.
Cash
Any
Peden. Peace, peace. Cash Peden's in the house. All
got
right.
no
In the meantime, do one of you brothers want to answer? Who are we spiritual? Arcad, since you did the presentation, go ahead answer that. Are we spiritual?
Are we spiritual? I'm gonna defer that brother back to Tahuti's class on that. If he wants to
Okay.
support, go check out Tahuti's class that he did on spirituality. I wanted
Okay.
to tell the brother. Somebody put in the they wanted to. They asked a question in Friday's class about George Floyd, and he said that his whole channel would get shut down. If you guys remember, he did a small breakdown on another podcast, maybe about a year ago. If anybody remembers that, he did a small breakdown on George Floyd. So yeah, we'll check that out. But yeah, but I appreciate everyone for coming out and joining us and supporting and donating. And come join us Friday for Tahuti's podcast. Friday, come join us in the class. Come join us, of course, next Sunday. Our Sunday Metal Netta class, Stepping Out of the Matrix, and our Monday study, Monday Metal Netters, and Sunday Study Guide. Everybody come join us and continue to support. And we're getting consistent now. I see it's very consistent. I see our numbers are growing, so we appreciate the love, everyone. We just need the support. Like Ahati said, it doesn't have to be financial. It could just be some beautiful words, show your face. It could be some, whatever you're good at as far as technical. Um, whatever you bring to the table, brother. That's what we're trying to build a nation. So, a nation is everybody don't do the same thing. So whatever you bring to the table, just come join up with us, brothers and sisters. Come link up with us. Don't be scared.
But yeah, I'll say this about the spiritual question. If the word spirit and spiritual, I mean, it literally just means to breathe. So everyone who is alive and well is spiritual. Now, if you have a more deeper question, you can ask that.
No, that was perfect. Yeah, this word spiritual we never use as ancient black ants or what's called black ancestors never use spiritual. That's a Tamahu invention. Yeah, if you're alive and you have mental capacity to hear what I'm saying to you and understand it to a certain degree, you're quote unquote spiritual. Roaches are spiritual. Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? Roaches are operating in their natural state, but we aren't. So when I see a roach, yes, I kill it, but I have to respect that. Damn, this thing is going to be here a lot longer than I will be, and it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Whereas when I look outside at my people, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So I have a lot of respect for nature, even the insects. The insect world is a brutal world, and the toughest brother that talks junk on the internet could not even fight a roach if he was that size. So, yes. Cash Peter says crickets. LOL. I still love y'all, brothers. It's late here. Okay.
We love y'all too. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Peace to Shenbo Shane. Says no doubt. No doubt.
Yes, if you go back, to the teaching that Arcad gave today, that should give you all the answer that you need for the question that you're really trying to ask. You know, because I'll just say it again: our being is surrounded as darkness, and we come forth as conscious light, and that's not just physical.
That's a fact. Very well put. Very well put. Seems like these brothers scared to get on the panel and ask any questions or comment. Come join us up here, brothers, sisters. Come join us. Don't be
Peace and
scared.
love, Shimbo Shane. Peace and love going out to you, my brother. It's another one of
Hotep
them brothers
Shambo.
that come out of the Hebrew camp. So peace and love to this brother because it takes a lot of courage to do so. Believe me, it does. Peace and love.
Peace
I
and love.
think that God Yahweh is still trying to kill us, but He's not going to kill us. They still threaten us with their God Yahweh, but He can't touch my eye. So peace and love, Shimbo Shane. Stand
Peace
strong,
and love. Peace
stand
and
with it.
love, Shane. Peace and love. Peace and love. Everybody in the chat want to get on and comment on the presentation. I worked really hard on it. Come show your love, everybody.
And
Ahati, this is like when you was on a panel by yourself, brother. I used to be like, man, I want to get up there. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna get up there and join that brother when you used to be asking for us to. You was on the panel by yourself. Now you got four of us up here.
Yeah, you got to understand this is a lonely walk. We're not up here arguing. If I start arguing with Tahuti Most right now, there's going to be 2,000 people in here by next month, faithfully, waiting for me to argue with Scribe, waiting me to call AJ out of his name. And it doesn't work like that with Ma'at. When you're really living Ma'at, it's not. It's not like that. So I understand what's going on, and this thing takes time. They're watching to see how consistent we're going to be, and those that are into the arguing and the isfet are not going to be here much longer, and those that are here truly for the knowledge will stay. Um,
yeah,
it's interesting because the Tamahu has his. I watch a lot of Tamahu lectures and their panels and science and all that, and you don't see any of them, even when they have disagreements and it gets a little heated. You don't see any of them calling like out their wife's name. You don't see them like making fun of the beard, the way he lined up his beard. You don't see none of that. And they have auditoriums packed. That's because it's a hypnotic. We're still in hypnosis. That's what's going on right now. The hypnosis is still going on, so you only have a few Tahuti Moses, Shimbo Shanes, and the rest are sitting in the darkness, waiting to see if the light is truly real and not another trick of the Matrix. So I totally get it.
Well, the light is real, and I encourage everyone to check out that website. The beautiful, beautiful website. The good brother Scribe, our architect, put together. There's a lot of information on there. If you guys want to check that out, you can purchase the books from off of there. Actually, you can purchase Tahuti's books as well as the great brother Hati Mahat. His book is on there as well. It's a very, very beautiful book. Great book. I'm still going through it. Check out that website and come join us, guys. Well, I don't want to be, I don't want to keep asking, but definitely support yourself, support the Saba, support us. Monday, Metal Netta class. Get in touch with Tahuti. Join us for Monday Metal Netta. Join us for Friday, of course, Tahuti's pod class. And of course, join us for Sunday Metal Netta class. Check out that website, everybody. Check out that website. Join us.
Shimbo Shane says F 'em, and then the conscious conqueror says yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, once we get an attitude of F you, because that's where my attitude is, I could care less if people join us. I could care less if I'm the only one doing this. I was for a while, remember? So I could care. I've been doing this my entire life. I could care less. And you know what? That's how your Saba thinks too. He could care less. So we're only concerned with people that are what they call very real and following Ma'at. If that is not you, could care less. because we can't trust you, man, or female. We can't trust you.
Well, I appreciate those beautiful words. If anybody got anything else to add, any more announcements, brother AJ? Any announcements?
No announcements. I was just everything we talking about. The thing that I was just thinking about was the pod class when Saba Tahuti taught about the owl on the dollar bill on the Rothschild's red shields, and man, the sigil. You know the how they use the the different sigils for power, and just the amazing breakdowns for Saba Tahuti did in the pod class. My mind went there for a second. So that's I don't have any announcements, but I'm just I'm very thankful that I'm here with you brothers, and the law of attraction brought us together. So it's a beautiful thing to be on this journey with you brothers and everybody in the chat. We appreciate you. This time we spending together is very precious. So I'm just very thankful for this time right now.
We appreciate you too. Tahuti Most, any words, brother?
I'm good, brothers. I'm just soaking it up like a sponge, baby. I'm just gonna soak it up, and I'm ready to ride. I'm riding, man. I don't know. Y'all gonna get on the bus? I mean, I'm riding, man. You know, we didn't elevate it up to Escalade. Now, y'all get in the Escalade, cause I'm not riding nobody yellow bus, man. I'm not riding nobody yellow bus. We in a black Escalade. Y'all with me? Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Good brother Scribe. Good
Well
brother
said.
Scribe. We'll let Ahati close it out. Good brother Scribe. Any words?
Yeah, I just want to say, join us. Go to the website and use the messaging system. We are definitely looking for, like-minded, like-frequency individuals to join in on the membership. If you have any type of skill or talent, whether you're an artist, you can draw, you can write, you can speak. If you're good with finances, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have a skill and a talent that can be used to help build and create a foundation, we want to use your services. So you can help someone more than yourself. This is something bigger than each one of us here on this panel individually. This is a group. This is a beehive that we're orchestrating and we're building. So when you have something to offer, offer it for a greater cause, more than yourself. So just go to the website, teachingsofma'at.org, and use that messaging system there and say, I want to help. And we will get back to you. We'll see what we can do and what we can build. So I just want to put that out there. Join the new if you haven't. That's on the website as well. Put in your email address and you'll get the newsletter every week, every Sunday before the class. So I just want to say Hotep Ma'at, everyone in the chat, the viewers here live and the ones who will view later on. And so yeah, peace and love and great job, Arcad.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm gonna let Ahati close it out. I just want to say thank you for being here with me and supporting me on this journey, Scribe. Thank you for showing me how to use that app. I appreciate the crash course. I'm getting better. I've been messing with it, playing with it. I see my little background I created. So yeah, I just want to say shout out to you brothers too. And just like AJ was saying, we got a beautiful teacher. We have a wonderful, wonderful teacher. Everyone in the chat, I'm pretty sure y'all are aware of that. If you are not, then you're late. And you need to find out about the Saba, Rudy Amin Hotep Ra. You need to check out his teachings Friday night um, on YouTube. And you need to check out his Monday Metal Netta class. Like the brother said, come out and support us. We need the support. And I appreciate everyone in the chat. We appreciate your support. Hotep Ma'at. Blessings to you. I'll pass it to Hati.
Yeah, everything's been said well tonight. I like the fire, the coup into Houthimos, the fire within him. I like that a lot. Tells you like it is. Yeah, I want to hail everybody that's in the chat that wants to follow Ma'at, because that is what this is about. It's not just to read books and to get knowledge and to stroke egos and debate others. It is to change ourselves so that you can use your thoughts to get exactly what you want eventually when you believe it. Come out and join us every Sunday at 7 if you are new, 7 p.m. Pacific time if you are new. Come out and support Tahuti at his pod class at 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you feel compelled, come out to the Meta Netter class. The great thing about the Meta Netter class is that you learn the culture while you're learning the Meta Netter. It still baffles me how people can teach the Meta Netter without teaching the culture, because you're going to be looking at Meta Netter words or hieroglyphic words and symbols, and you're not going to understand that if you don't know how the people exactly live. Tahuti teaches that. These brothers can attest that he teaches it thoroughly. He breaks it down thoroughly. And then lastly, I would not be doing any of this if I did not have any ounce of respect or faith for any of these brothers on the panel. I would not be wasting my time. And I know these brothers are not into wasting their time either. So, again, if you're here to waste time, stay and waste time, but we're not going to deal with you. We're looking for people that are serious. We're looking for sisters that are serious, like Shannon. And we're looking for people that want to build community and to live outside this matrix. Peace. Hotep Ma'at.
Peace, peace. Rob, if you could put up the affirmation, we'll close out now, family. We appreciate y'all coming out and supporting us. On the count of three, I'm going to count to three this time. I didn't count the first time. On the count of three, we're going to read our affirmation and close it out. 1, 2, 3. Unki in ma'at, un in s, nintet aset in ma'at, min hapapet in ma'at, her in kukui per ikut. I live for Ma'at. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Ma'at. Every day I advance towards Ma'at. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Peace and love, everybody. Peace.